Now this is our wall of QJ parts. We were just talking about United Motors, showing how United Motors buys from many of the same factories as Diamo, TNG, and we match them up. For example, this QJ part is going to be the same as this United Motors part 432-003A. United Motors went bankrupt in February 2009 here in the United States, February 2010, sorry, and a lot of people have been looking for parts since then. Well, they buy from a lot of the same factories as other people. These gaskets, for example, they will come from QJ, and they work on United Motors. And inside our website, you'll see the primary number from QJ, and then the secondary numbers from like United Motors. They're still genuine United Motors parts. Same thing, when we put in Hyosung parts into the system, they're going to have the Hyosung part number, and then the secondary number might be United Motors. Now, why do manufacturers do this? They do this so that they can sell you the same part under their part number, and you don't know that it works on multiple numbers. That's why if you need parts for QJ, Keyway, Benelli, Andretti, and a lot of other brands like CPI, more than likely MRP has it. We have hundreds and hundreds of these parts, but we also know what the secondary numbers are for the OEM manufacturers that buy from them. You don't get to be China's third or second largest manufacturer without selling your parts to a lot of people. So that's why some of these will come in United Motors or Vento or Andretti or Benelli packaging. So when you get a part and you ordered it for a Keyway and it comes in United Motors packaging, or in this case, for example, this is a QJ part that you're seeing. But when you get the brake pad, it's going to say CMSI TNG because it's made by TNG scooters, but it's purchased from the QJ factory in China. Same thing, here we have a QJ part number, but it has a CPI part number as well. Well, on the invoice for the store, you're going to have the QJ part number, and the secondary number is going to be a CPI number because they all come from the same factories. Only MRP knows this, and we know which parts work on what because we buy the units, we buy the bikes, we have the parts here, and we match them to the corresponding part. So when you're buying from somebody who doesn't know this, who didn't have access to the original parts, you might not know what you're getting. But we work with QJ, with the factory. This is the factory where Benelli came from. We work with all these manufacturers in China, and we bought out their distributors here in the U.S. as they've closed or left the market. So that's why a lot of these parts, we know exactly what they're going to work on.